Uncle speaking. Yes, I can solve your sales problem. You know where my office is at the Spaces, right? I'll see you there soon. I'm gonna have my coffee now. Bye.
Earning business. Going out there and grabbing the right attention. With effective engagement. Earning the relationship. Producing more sales. Increasing cash flow, multiplying annual revenue, producing higher profit margins, and a huge return on your investment capital.
Guys, so I've been thinking about what should we talk about. Okay, we probably won't do any role playing today, Celeste, but I may be making some phone calls later to get that. So what I want to talk about today is this, and this is part of the video I did, but I'm going to name it for this training. I'm going to name it different. Become a powerful real estate lead. Okay. There's 5 things. There could be more, but these are 5 things that I've learned are really the ingredients needed. Whether you've been doing it 20 years or 1 month or 5 years, I think we could all make improvements. I make improvements. So no matter, having you saw my video, wasn't that different than 6 months ago?
Absolutely.
Right? It is different, right? Let me see. Let's get away. All right. So now, whenever I'm thinking of certain things, I have to think about the audience, people that could relate with it, right? Because if I'm thinking about myself, then I'm the only one that's going to prove it. That's not going to help anybody. So Celeste, what do you think one of the main ingredients is? You think after spending time with me, what do you think one of the ingredients you need to learn and to become really good at to become a powerful real estate agent?
Being committed.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Ms. Jody?
Goals and objectives.
Okay. All right. Here's what I've learned. Commitment is absolutely number 2.
Oh, okay.
Discipline is number 1, right? But we're talking about actions that you need to take. And basically things you need to, let's call it the right knowledge. How about that? Okay. So number 1 is this. And I know I harp on this a lot, but the state of New Mexico is doing it now. Okay. One of the things we have to learn is understanding the 2 roles that you're going to play. You got to know the difference between a salesperson and an agent. An agent is not a salesperson. They're a facilitator. They're an administrative person. And you guys know that better than me. Right? Okay? So this has to be more powerful than this. Remember, important, urgent? Being an agent is urgent. I mean, it's important, right? But being a salesperson, and a really good one, in my view, is important, urgent. Right? So, what is the difference, Celeste, between a salesperson and an agent? You didn't think I was going to ask that, right? Okay. What do you think, Ms. Jody? I just gave you the definition.
Facilitator.
Okay. Now, you've probably never been through this, even probably you, Ms. Jody, is people use words, but they never question what those words mean, right? So it just sounds good, like scaling your business. What the hell does scaling mean? It means getting rid of something and putting something better, right? Getting a bad cause to a good cause, right? Mm-hmm. So a salesperson has to understand how to show and give value and tell stories. That's what they need to do. Does that make sense? So when you understand in the initial stages, whether it's real estate or you're selling anything, you got to set the tone. How? By telling the story, getting people hooked. How do you get people hooked on a for sale by owner? So that's how do you do that?
By telling the story.
No, but tell me how specifically. How would you do that? You know what? I don't need to want to work with an agent, so that's.
By your rebuttals.
I don't need to want an agent, so that's.
Paul, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way before I became an agent, but I found out that it takes hard work to find that right agent, and I work.
You're doing good.
That's it. But here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. The way you practice is the way you're going to perform. Whenever I call you out, you better be on your game. Because if you do that, I'm always going to be sharp. Because the way we train is the way we're going to perform. Does that make sense? So right now, you see your approach? You just wanted to know that you knew the answer. What I wanted to do is I wanted you to make me feel it. That's what a salesperson does. It gets people engaged. You got to think about this training as if I am your prospect. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, the difference between a salesperson and an agent is like me being an entrepreneur and a salesperson, or a CEO and a salesperson, or president. The president and the CEO, they're facilitators. They're general contractors. Does that make sense? An agent is just, I call it the back end. Okay? So that's number one. What's number two? What do you think number two is? So let's